right now I work with a team called Project Response, like I said, which is a Multnomah County outreach program, and we get calls from the crisis line and from police about people in the community who are having a mental health crisis. So that might be somebody who's suicidal or homicidal or manic or psychotic or any number of things going on that people need some help person that can't just be dealt with over the phone with a crisis line, but needs somebody in person. So we go out all over the county. We're a 24-hour team, so throughout, it's a resource that might be useful for next week to know because we get called from we go all a number of odd places. And then we just try to stabilize the crisis. We might keep people in the hospital if that's necessary, if there's something that urgent, or we follow up with resources or things to try to get people connected so they're less in crisis. But before that, I was a drug and alcohol counselor at DePaul Treatment Center, and before that was a mental health case manager, and before that was in St. Louis. I moved here in 2000. Before that, I did mental health case management in St. Louis as well. So before that, I was in social work school. I have a master's in social work, and like I said, it kind of altered what I do to be around street folks and mental health issues, specifically kind of mental health is in my area, but I've been interested in homelessness, but it's in that same direction. So today, that first sheet, just the front paper there, just take a moment to read through that list and see these are myths that are commonly thought of in relation to people who are mentally ill or mental illness. Take a moment to read through and see if any of them are things that you found yourself thinking at times, even unconsciously. So, does any of that stand out? Some of you thought that? Even if you later think, I should think that, but you thought that because it's natural thoughts that you correct in yourself. But does any of that jump out as something that has been a perspective that you've had around mental illness? The causes, there's a lot of some disagreement among professionals and research around the causes of mental illness because there are many different mental illnesses and they all have different causes. But generally what's understood is that it's a physical cause. It's a chemical imbalance, there's some genetic components, sometimes there's infections that have happened. I've assessed people who have had a tooth infection or in menopause and they become psychotic. Sounds odd, but it happens. It's not common for that, but there's any number of things that can happen, or brain injury, or so a lot of it has a physical component, and sometimes it's trauma-based. Sometimes abuse, loss, things kind of put stuff over the edge, but usually in that case, often people have a predisposition to a mental illness to begin with, and that's something that kind of put it over the edge for them. It's a myth that it's bad parenting, or that you can make your child have schizophrenia, or that it's a character deficit, or something wrong with you, or you're a bad person, or that you're sinful, or you're demon possessed, or maybe sometimes in faith communities there's some ideas around that. All of that is not accurate. It's really a physical basis to it that trauma can be part of it. And it's multi-level, it's complicated, and there's no easy way to just be like, just get yourself out of that, or you just pull yourself up, or you just snap out of it, or you're less depressed, or you won't be psychotic, or you make better choices, or whatever. It's complicated, and can be very debilitating and very hard. So what I often like to think is that people are doing the best they can with what they have. So they're not trying to be difficult. They've had difficulty, and they're trying to do their best with it. It may not look to us in our mind, most of us are pretty functional people, we might do it differently or that may be one that most people are kind of, unsure of the most, and we may encounter at night strike at times. So schizophrenia is also a chemical imbalance, and it's generally that somebody has at least two of these three symptoms, either hallucinations or delusions or thought disorder. So hallucination is stimuli within us, a sensory thing. So it's that you're seeing things or hearing voices, or sometimes there's other senses. You feel things that aren't there, or smell things that aren't there. But it's usually sight and sound hallucinations that are happening. Most often, schizophrenia is the form of hallucinations are hearing voices. If you have a brain injury, often it's seeing things. That's more common. And if you're high on a drug, it's often feeling things. We often say bugs equals drugs. Where you feel bugs are in you. I talk about that. Not always. Sometimes with schizophrenia, you get any number of those other hallucinations too, but mostly what you'll encounter when we talk about hearing things. Delusions is a belief that is not true. So it could be something really mundane, like I'm a doctor, but I'm not a doctor. Or it could be something really fantastic, like I'm the president, or I'm Moses, or I'm Jesus, or I invented this thing. Or sometimes it's paranoia, which we may have encountered at times where people fear something happening that isn't there, so they're afraid someone's doing something to them. A lot of times there's a religious component or a government component to it. The CIA is after me, or I have to fly to New York to go talk to the CIA about this thing. So that would be paranoia, is fear-based. Grandiosity is another form of delusion, which is that you think something great about yourself that isn't true, like that I'm the president. Sometimes people have those sort of delusions. So, and an important thing to know is that delusions are often so fixed that you can't change it. So you can't talk them out of it. So if you're like, that's not true, you're not the president, that's probably not going to be productive. Because it's such a clear reality for them. So don't try to confront the delusion, because you just probably make it. It would probably be like if you walked up and said, your name, what is your name? Eric. I said, you're not Eric. You what are you talking about? Like it would be so set in your mind that it would be dumb to try to counter that or tell you you're not Eric. So don't try to confront it or talk people out of it, because it's their reality. It may not be real, but within their mind it's very real. And then thought disorder is, there are times when at Night Strike I talk to people and I'm like, yes, it's pregnant, you can just tell. But to you it may not jump out as that. So some things that may be a clue is thought disorder, which is where their thinking is very disorganized and tangential and roundabout, and if you're confused by what they're talking about, it's probably a thought disorder, where it's just and there's threads that make sense, but then it's like all you're like, somewhere this is not fitting together. That would be a thought disorder, disorganized thinking. Sometimes it's so disorganized you can't understand. Sometimes it's what we call word salad, which is just a series of words and none of them string together to make sense. That would be more extreme form of thought disorder. And then other things that often we see in schizophrenia or people with schizophrenia is just a host of other sort of symptoms or ways that it plays itself out, like a very flat affect, which affect is how you express, and just the expression is very flat and pointed. Sometimes it's catatonia, which I don't know if you encounter as much in Night Strike, but it's where you're just still and staring, and there's not much responding, and people are just that's one form of schizophrenia. their body doesn't tell them the correct weather or the correct temperature, and they actually think it's cold when it's not, or vice versa. Sometimes that happens. Other things are that they're just not fully able to track or organize themselves around activities. So if that's why it's very debilitating illness. People have trouble keeping jobs or filling out paperwork, doing what they have to do, because that sort of like logical depression tracking is very hard to do. So that's where, as we get this mentorship program going, or the partnership program, that can be really helpful for people because they may want to do things, but they just can't track it. So we get from A to Z the way that others of us might do. So those are some of what it may look like for people with schizophrenia. An important thing to keep in mind is that most people with schizophrenia are not dangerous. We hear about the paranoid schizophrenic, and people are afraid that therefore they're dangerous. I encountered many people who have paranoia who are still not dangerous. They may be afraid, and that just means they stay away from things, but most people aren't therefore going after anybody or taking it into their own hands. Most people with schizophrenia are more likely victims of crime than actually doing crimes. There can be some times when people are dangerous and threatening and even violent. That can't happen, but most are not. Most of the time that doesn't happen. Are there any, I can go on to some other, but are there any questions so far about schizophrenia?
So I have a hard time deciding between those things on hard drugs versus
Right.
like there's some further that honestly just but their eyes are like
Yeah. So yeah, that was Jason asked how to know the difference between if somebody's psychotic or high on the drug. Basically, is that his question? It's hard to tell, and like for us in Project Respond, we assess people all the time, and really, is this just an illness or are they high? Like, and we don't know how. And sometimes we can't know, and we just have to make a decision in terms of safety regardless. But generally, and you can't always know this in a moment at night strike, but if it's a mental illness, it lasts over all of time. And if you're high, it happens for a few hours and then not again in a few hours. So if you encounter somebody who at night strike, they're usually when they come, they're not seemingly psychotic, and then one night they seem psychotic, that's probably right.
or it might be like stressful too serious
Yeah, there's physical, if they're moving in odd ways, or if it looks like a physical thing happening to them, that could be a drug-induced state. It's hard to tell, and I don't have any easy answer to say, like, if you don't know the person well, how to know that moment.
I think that mental illness is the final stigma that people don't understand. We understand alcoholism, we understand drug addiction, but mental illness. And it frustrates me sometimes. I'll see, if I'm waiting for a bus and there's some lady that's just rambling on about herself, how people laugh. They think it's humorous, that she's obviously not well. And I told one guy, I said, I feel sorry for you. Because he didn't understand. She's crazy. I said, and you are not. You understand this. Why are you laughing at her?
Right.
That it seems in our society that's the final addiction, or the people out there, there's nobody addressing that mental illness is not fun. It's real. People get a cold, they get sick in the head. That it is something, I mean, that we understand colds and flu, other sicknesses, but the mental part is what people don't seem to understand. I wish that people did.
Yeah, there's,
If we were talking to someone that was schizophrenia, is it reasonable for us to think that they can at least understand the information that we're sharing? Even if they can't communicate to us how
Yeah.
these boundaries that I have to
okay. Oh yeah, there's conversations I've had
saying, or if there's anybody concerned that, and there's some just strictly removed from all pieces. That, it just seems so stifled.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that still people out of people that are.
Right, I'm gonna mention interaction ways in a moment, but yeah, that's. I was just gonna mention the stigma, so yes, mental illness, there's a lot of stigma that happens, especially the ones that are less understood, like schizophrenia. Depression may be a little, at a much higher rate of people who have at one point in their life experienced depression, and we can all kind of identify, emotions and feelings. So, but overall, there is a lot of stigma, and like I said, it's primarily a chemical imbalance, and it would be the same as if someone who has diabetes, they need to take insulin, someone who has a heart disease, they need to take heart medicine. It's the same thing, it just looks different. But because there's sometimes some behavioral pieces to it, we often put a stigma on it and say therefore they're difficult or doing this because they're doing so crazy. And it's much more awareness needs to be around for people to not have the judgment that the doctor is there. Do you have any question?
Schizophrenia, can that be caused by, you mentioned, I think, with sites, but can it be caused by anything physically happening to them, would you say? Is that normally not physically, or do they have trauma?
Like trauma. So it's generally a chemical imbalance that an antipsychotic medication will fix. It sometimes can be trauma-induced, and great grief or great trauma, great abuse, things happening in people's life can sometimes put things over the edge, but usually they have a predisposition already, kind of a genetic component or that in them that might put it, when the trauma puts it over the edge for them and they develop psychosis. So there's generally there's a chemical base to it or a physical base to it.
We have a person that I know that comes down regularly, and he knows that he's schizophrenic, and he actually shares it with clients that and he hears voices. And I asked him, "Do you still hear voices?" He said, "Oh yeah." He said, "But I know I'm hearing them." And he recognizes it now and takes responsibility, like kind of what you were saying, Marshall, earlier. And it's like he has a whole new life.
There over
I mean,
time.
he's amazing, and he's a volunteer now. He was volunteer staff.
So over time, with treatment and some therapy and a good doctor and various people kind of being there with you, people can develop what's called insight. It's called, no great word, but that's the word that's used is insight about your illness. So you still have it, but you know you're having it. So you can read basic people and be like, are you hearing that too? Because I am. And people will, if you've seen that movie Beautiful Mind, there's that point when he pulls the student aside and he's like, do you see him too? And that's I've had clients do that with me, and that means they have insight and they know that they have that vulnerability to see things or hear things, but they check in with people. That's after, I don't know how old he is, that takes some time to get younger. Generally schizophrenia hits at late teens and early 20s, sometimes as old as 30, but it doesn't first start when you're 40 or 50.
Right.
So if you're at least 30, you're probably out of the woods with them. But there are people who are very functional, and they're like the star of the football team and a cheerleader and great grades and in high school doing great. And they hit age 20 and people don't know where it came out of left field and they just spark down. And that's the age when it first happens. But over time, as people get older, they can develop insight for treatment. Yeah, and then
Can I ask you,
Yeah.
so I have a friend who's 20-something, and she had a clinic past. She sees stuff, she goes to flashbacks, she's functioning in society over there. She sees the person with being searched, she hears it. So I've gone through, I've been in a period where she was experiencing that, and she was totally out of it. So what you're saying is like that's an indication of a schizophrenic, incident that's happening to her on a daily basis. So for me, when I didn't know this, I didn't know how to help her because I was like raising a counselor. That's all I said to her. But now I'm hearing you, I'm saying, no, she might actually have a trigger of schizophrenia or that's coming in.
It could be, but it sounds like it could be PTSD,
Right.
which is post-traumatic stress, and sometimes great trauma can have a psychotic episode, but that doesn't mean you have full schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a very specific illness that has to be diagnosed. You have to have two of the three things. You have to have hallucinations, delusions, thought disorder, two of those three.
Okay.
So, I mean, and not that you go out and diagnose people, but like a doctor, that's what they're looking at. There's other criteria. So, people can have depression, anxiety, mania, trauma responses, and have a psychotic moment with it, but it's not full schizophrenia. So she may be triggered at moments, and it may freak her out through trauma, and she may even hear things in that moment. But it's if you're very depressed, it can be depression with psychotic features. If you're very manic, it can be mania with psychotic. Like anything can have psychotic features, it's called, but that doesn't mean it's the same as full schizophrenia. So it's hard to tease out. But yeah, but therapy is key for all illness. The combination of medications and therapy are often the two things that go hand in hand in illness. Any of them.
I recommend that she.
Yeah, if she's having a lot of trauma, like traumatic responses. Yeah. Okay. And it, they might refer her to the doctor that can look at that piece too and do a combination. So I'm going to go on to, and there's that handout includes other like depression and bipolar and anxiety, but I think if you read through that's probably
Would you say that these are probably the ones that we see the most?
Probably, yeah. Those are like the most common in general. I mean, anxiety disorders, there's a whole list of them, but PTSD might be one or general anxiety.
Yeah, you mentioned, I'm not going to go here, but I mean, he did say something. I want to mention it though, because I kind of, you said that mental illness is due to sinful nature of the outcome of demon possession. I think it is evil, and it is possible to see something down here. Now, I don't know how to identify it, and I'm certain that I know it exists, but I don't know to what degree or whatever. And I know that a lot of people say, I'm all demon possessed, which is nonsense. But, you know what I mean?
I mean, in terms of theologically, we can kind of have different viewpoints on kind of how the spiritual world fits together. But when it comes to mental illness, it's not based on any demon evil presence within people. Like that's just not how it happens. Certainly, spirituality exists, and people are influenced by their own faith and how they, their relationship with God. I mean, all that's. But the illness itself, the symptoms, that's mental illness, and that has other causes. So I would say, yeah, it's not a demon possession thing that created that illness.
Created, yeah, I can see that. Okay.
So as far as encountering people at Night Strike or otherwise who are having mental illness, the number one thing, which I think Night Strike and Bridgetown is very good at, is just remember that they're like any of the rest of us, and they have challenges. Everybody has their challenges, and they just have their set of challenges. But they're people, they matter, all of them here. And so it's important to regard them as people first and their illness second. So like person first language, we've heard of that. So someone who has schizophrenia or someone who's experiencing homelessness, not a homeless guy or a schizophrenic, they're people first, and then what else is in their life is second. So person first language, a person with something is good to keep in mind, and just understand the concept of vulnerability. So human emotion is a part of life, and all the influences that happen with trauma or chemical a part of who we are. So just know that they're vulnerable to what they have, and it's a human emotion piece of it that's a part of it, but that's real and it's raw and it's something to be very sensitive and careful with. So sometimes we can re-traumatize people. So if people have gone through a lot of trauma in their life, so even apart from mental illness, but if they, grew up in an unstable home and had a difficult background and poverty issues and whatever, and they therefore had a lot of interactions in ways that are difficult with either police or with other people or landlords or whoever, that there are ways that the community sometimes can re-traumatize that by the way we interact in harsh ways, in confrontive ways, like getting up and we'll talk a little later about crisis, ways to deal with crises, but to engage people in a very calm, gentle, unassuming, non-judgmental way is the way you're going to befriend them the most and keep them calm. It's a way to prevent a crisis. So we talk about what to do when a fight breaks out, but there's ways to prevent even from getting to that point. And that's by just interacting with people and regarding them as people and keeping the judgment and all of that, low key. And so you were mentioning around like sometimes you feel like you can't do much but just listen or talk, or sometimes that's the best thing. So if somebody's having a hard time and they're talking about my landlord did this or this friend did this and maybe they're hearing some voices and there's some psychosis in there and it just sounds complicated and you're like, I don't know how to do that or help that or what to suggest or what advice, or you don't necessarily have to do anything but listen. And because sometimes that is a lot. So in fact, that is a lot. That's probably the biggest way to help, because most of the time they aren't given the time of day. They walk down the street and nobody's stopping to talk to them, and so just somebody's, like what we can do it next week, just talk to people, just by sitting with them, listening through all that, even if you have nothing to say, or you're just saying affirming words, that is huge. So a lot of times in my job, when I go out and talk to people, they're like, wow, nobody ever heard me say this before, or when they do, they have all this judgment about it. But the fact that you listen to other judgment, like that's just a huge thing. So that in and of itself can be a lot. So it feels like you're not doing anything, but
I think in the compassion work that we do, there is an element that we want to try to find a solution for them, for anybody who has a need. The situation I had was this answer that I got along about needing medicine, or he had an infection, and we just kind of went round and round and round, and I wanted, I said, well, we'll have a doctor to you next week if you haven't seen anybody, but I just wasn't sure he would even hearing anything that I said. So it's just a piece of me wants to go up and fix it, so that's why I'm not.
well, one thing that we're working on is a resource table, which would be a place that if you are encountering somebody where you think there really is tangible help they need might need a doctor, they might need a counselor, they might need a mental health agency. That's the sort of thing the resource table can connect people to. So there might be some tangible things that we, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. So there's a lot of mental health agencies around, several large ones. I work the one, Project Respond, we're employed by Cascadia, which is the largest one, and a few others that do case management and doctor care and a whole host of things for people. So it's kind of an inclusive agency of housing and jobs. And so once people get connected to that, they really have a good set of resources to them. So we can do that actually if they were. So the last page, if you turn that over, is kind of some ways to interact. So this is like if somebody gets heated and they're upset either through a conversation with you or with somebody else, and it came out that they're mad and angry and they kind of stand up and get a little heightened. How do you deal with that? And later, there's procedural stuff probably that Megan will talk about, but in terms of just the interaction with them, this is what this list will be. So, above all, remain calm. So think of it like a old-fashioned scale, the scales that put things on and they move up and down. That the more upset somebody gets, the more calm you have to get. If you're upset too, it just floods over. So you have to be, once they go up, you have to go down. And there are times when I've had people screaming at me, and then I just back up and I just have to be like, sometimes it's work, you have to intentionally tell yourself, just stay calm in that moment. But that's the most important thing, because if you get upset with them, they're not going to calm. But if you stay calm, there's a chance that they will. Avoid creating a scene or an audience. I know we have a lot of people at Night Strike, and if something happens, people want to help and I remember at the last training I was at, like a month ago, a little free training thing. I don't know who was that led it, but she said, like, if you see something happening and you think I need help and you want to step in and help me, try not to, because that may not be helpful. And that's really key. So if people are, and remember that the past trauma that I mentioned, we can sometimes re-traumatize people. So if somebody's upset and they have a crowd of 10 people surrounding them, are they going to feel better? Or are they going to feel threatened and like, whoa, and more likely to push back? So a couple people might be good to have a couple of you just because you need backup, for each other, but we don't need all of you. And one of those people maybe can try to encourage other people to step away when the crowd, the big crowd isn't going to help that circumstance. Give attention to the person so that if they're upset, distressed, know that there's a reason they're upset. You may not agree with it, you may think not worth it, but in their moment, they're upset, and the more you hear it, let them know you've heard it, which is like, I understand that you're upset that so-and-so said this to you, I hear you. Yeah, that's upsetting. Then they just know that you care and you've heard them, because if they don't feel heard, they're going to keep saying it until they feel heard. Body position. So this gets specific. So if you are too close or you're too far away, if you're too close, it gives a message that you're confronting. If you're like this to somebody, then they're going to lash back more. But if you're like, I'm you or that's bothering me and I don't even want to come near you, then that gives an impression that you're disregarding them. So about 3 feet would be about right. They're upset, you don't want to be too close because you don't want something to happen, but you want to be there with them. So about 3 feet is good, and an angle. So if you're face to face, toe to toe, that can feel more confrontational. I mean, if you're having a good conversation with somebody, certainly you're going to be face to face. But once they get upset, then you want to do a little bit of and not totally side by side, but just like 90 degrees or an angle, because that's less of a stance. So a little distance, a little bit of an angle, that helps diffuse some of it. And then just think of your nonverbal way. So if you're like this at somebody and you're like staring them down, or you're like this, then that's going to look more confrontational than if you're just open like this. So just think of how you would, in any sort of situation, how you be less confrontational. There may be times when they do challenging questions, like they're like, you're so young, you don't know anything, how can you possibly know, or you're stupid, or you didn't have that, and they start to challenge your authority. Don't refute that. Don't be like, I know. What are you talking about? Of course I'm a leader, I've done all this.
You know Susan?
Right. I control, I know. And just be like, I can see what I'm saying. Don't try to get into the conversation or try to refute the challenge. Just know that you know what you know, they don't know that you know, and that's why they don't know. Whatever, who cares? Just do it. Right? But just stay away from any of the challenging, talk that they're trying to do. And then the whole just being non-judgmental. Even if you think whatever it is they're upset about is legitimate, you might just stay non-judging about it. Clarify things with them, like what is it that you're feeling, what is it that you need, what would help you? So I see you're upset, would it help you to sit down? Would it help you to, but maybe me and you and the other guy can sit down and talk, or like what would be helpful, or do you need to just walk away? So they can identify for themselves what they need rather than be told what they need. And sometimes they may just need to vent, like they may just need to spew it out for a moment, and that's okay. We don't have to, unless it's, limits need to be set because it's crossing lines, but if they just need to kind of have a moment of venting, that might be what they need, and then it diffuses it, and they kind of go on. But if things are happening that really need to set limits, and we have heard people where it's okay to set limits, certainly don't have to let something go on or let people get annoyed or be threatening. You have to protect everyone. So there may be times when you have to set a limit, which is, I need you to do this, or this will happen. And be very clear about what it is, not sort of vague, like, oh, this can't be happening, but I need you to step away or walk away, or else we're going to have to get somebody home and walk away, or whatever the thing is, to be clear and concise. And then after, if it all, when no big consequence has happened, and they actually calm down and they work with you on it, then affirm them for it. Say, thanks for working that out with me, I'm glad you're able to calm down or whatever, because then they feel successful in having done that for themselves. And that can add to the next time, they can be like, oh, I'm able and I have abilities to do that for myself. So those are just some guidelines on sort of the crisis de-escalation stuff that this is like a very quick and dirty of what any mental health agency does with staff on conversations with people. But is all that helpful? What questions around any of that?
What would you say would be, if you were to, I know it's a top 10 list, but if you were to say, if you did these priority ones, what would you say in your idea?
Remain calm.
Okay.
Like in terms of a night strike setting, the scene or audience, like keep it low key as much as possible and don't create a big, no problems.
The ground control is really important to see something happening.
Yeah.
See marshalling a confrontation move away. Because I've seen it happen down there where one person's having an argument and then other people start to get triggered. So
Right.
you get other people kind of looking on and then they flip
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and that's where, like, we do have a responsibility to keep people safe, so we might then need to actually set some limits around that if it's just getting out of hand. But it certainly doesn't help to have them 20 people all be like, let's try to intervene, because you can't even intervene that many people because you have too many vision, and it's just not. So just, however it happens, just keep the crowd low.
What would you explain a little bit on the set appropriate limits again?
That would be us.
Yeah, that would be like procedural, what you all, how you want to do. Right. The one, like, if it's such that you remove somebody, if somebody's not coming down, but you no longer have the scene, stepped away, but you're still making threats about, I'm gonna go kill that guy. Or if somebody's suicidal, maybe it's not even like a big confrontation, but somebody just invites them, they're feeling suicidal, and there's some sort of crisis happening. That would be the crisis line in my team can come out. So it's, do you all know the crisis line number? So it's Multnomah County, 503-988.
988-4888.
There you go, 988-4888. And that is a 24-hour number that is confidential, and counselors are on the phone, but if it can't be dealt with over the phone, they call my team and we come out. And we're 24 hours and we go all over it. Even in the middle of the day. I come once about once a month.
So
But I'm able to
Is that, I had a call, I had a friend that was manic depressive, and I had a call, I didn't know where to go. And unfortunately, the cops had to go out and do what do they call it? It's a health, what do they call it? It's a safety health
Oh, yeah,
talk.
well, a welfare check.
But it ended up getting escalated, and because they had a social worker that came by too, and it was like, is there anything like a step below that?
You
They
mean
wouldn't
with this
necessarily-
officer became escalated or?
Yeah, because I guess that's the only thing they could do. They had to send an officer out, there was nothing below that. Like they didn't have a step below that, rather than just have, somebody in, a couple cops and a guy playing close to his mental health worker come up to the door. It's like 3 people come to
Yeah.
the door, it's like,
It
God,
was
dude.
probably somebody from my team that was with them, because that's what we do. So
It was out of Cascadia, I know.
it was, that's the project was when I mentioned. So when because we're just people with no weapons or a way to defend ourselves, we often do go with police because we don't know what we're encountering. It's just sort of procedural for ourselves. But the police, I know there's a lot, it's just my little caveat, there's a lot of comments publicly around Portland police and some of the stuff that's gone down and isn't good and investigations. And yes, some of that has happened, but I would say I've been with Project Respond for 10 years and I've worked with almost everything I do, there's an officer there, and I would say 95% of it, the officers have been awesome. I mean,
No, they
you're
were
confident
good.
that you can be on our team. Like, they are so kind and caring.
Right.
There are some who aren't. They all go through trainings by our team. Our team trains them around mental health. They have their own set of trainings, pretty intensive training around mental health, which is something that's very common in police forces nationwide. So they're actually more trained than people think they are. But in those moments when somebody needs to go out or our team needs to go out, we do bring police with us. Not always, but if we know somebody well and they often are calling, we know them, we go without them.
Right.
Or if we're like, it's not really threatening and they just need to talk, we don't bring them. But if there's going to be something volatile, potentially,
You don't know, so.
you never know, or they live with people, or like, those people, and, just we're in people's homes and close spaces. And we just have to- So we do bring police, but the police stay back behind us, and they're just like there. Sometimes they stay outside, but they're just there. So that does happen. And we often try to just talk people through it. If you're not in trouble, they just come with us, and they're right there. But that might. Yes.
There's always a small chance that volunteer comes in. Because they might just get along with this all the time. It requires a right and their attention.
Right.
I mean, obviously, like, physical people is hard to say.
Right.
That person, but,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, and none of this is to say if somebody's being physically aggressive, like, sit down to them again. Like, you don't have, I mean, this isn't like, when a dog is taken and be like, okay, we're just gonna, I mean, obviously, you said right.
We're challenging.
This is part of it, it's de-escalation, so if you can de-escalate it, if possible, do that. If you can't, and it's just already up there, and you have to spend, I mean, you have to do what you have to do.
We should
Defend
have
yourself.
this in mind anyway. This is a great way to handle
Yeah.
kids, family,
Right, right. And even if you're setting limits, even if you're physically removing somebody, you can still have these concepts in your mind. So you can still regard them in a kind way, you can still not try to confront them and be judgmental, you can still try to be calm in what you're doing, you can still, I mean, all those things, so that you're not setting a limit, physically removing them, and also being upset, getting in their face. I mean, you can still keep some of this in mind when you practice it. So it's all about an interaction that will help de-escalate as much as I mean, I just, I guess Elizabeth Featherstone